Hello, hello, and welcome back to Fate Stay Night. Sorry, I'm doing something a bit new. That is to say, in all my previous videos so far, I've been on this computer. I've been recording the MP4 format. The problem with that is that due to my computer's sort of unreliable nature currently, if I were to say have a problem during recording, I would not be able to use the footage. It wouldn't export. So I have changed it to MKV, which constantly is updating and backlogs the footage, so in the event of a crash or a freeze or anything like that, I can use the previous recorded footage and just edit the new stuff on top of it. That being said, today, I'm probably just going to play through the rest of the day. It's not that long and nothing, terribly important happens, but it is something I have to do, and I could get some points. That is to say, I can ignore the sorry we can't team up because that doesn't affect anything until the next route, but there is another point I can get with a different character later on. That being said, got it, let's team up. Besides, I don't have much of a choice. There's too much I don't know. I have no experience as a mage. Defer to your superiors. If Tasaka's offering to help me, however temporary, it's an offer I can't turn down. Alright, I'll take your offer, Tasaka. Honestly, I'd really appreciate your help.
決まりね。それじゃあ握手しましょう。とりあえずバーサーカーを倒すまでは味方同士ってことで。
Plug you in. Right. Yeah, I guess that should be the reason. I guess I don't have any control over the timing. It'll probably help to know the timeline. Oh, that's the wrong hole. I shake the upper hand. I'm a little perplexed. The sock hand is so soft. It reminds me. But my hand in comparison is covered with scratches. It seems like a poor man. The moment I think that, I find myself getting embarrassed, I quickly pull my hand back.
何どうしたの？やっぱり私と協力するのは嫌？
It's not that. I really appreciate that I'm going to be able to work with you. That was more personal things. Don't worry about it. Tasaka looks at me strangely. Her face turns mischievous. Oh, that's not a face you want to see on her. Well, I might keep it on seriously.
あなた、女の子の手を握るの初めてだったんでしょ。なんだ、顔が広いように見えて白っては奥手なんだ。
Oh, God. Oh, no. That's not true. Whoa. There's no way now I can say I got embarrassed because it was her. Yeah, fine. I haven't really touched a girl so intimately before. Ow. That hurts. And no, Fujini does not count. Just a different planet than someone who different. Oh, okay. Hold on. What's I say?
聞いてた通り、ほんと顔に出るのね。まあ、今のは追求しないであげましょう。変につっついて意地を張られても困るし。じゃあ、まずは鉄撃。これあげるから強力な証と思って。
I don't know where she'd be keeping it, but she tugs out a giant book and slaps on the table. It looks like there. There's no title on the cover with one right. It seems to be Tasaka's trademark color.
私の父さんの持ち物だけど、もういらないからあげる。一人前のマスターには必要ないものだけど、あなたには必要だと思って。
Tasaka gestures for me to flip through it. Thanks. I open to a random page and then there's nothing written on the page, but a strange image pops up. What? Unlock the weapon and status menu. Alright, double achievement. What's this? Saka, what is this?
各サーバントの能力表よ。聖杯戦争には決められたルールがあるのはもう分かってるでしょ。それはサーバントにも当てはまるの。
True name. That's not known. But, there we go. Kukulin. Unknown. We haven't, well, I haven't met this one. Luck B. Wait, hang on. There it is. Luck E. Waffle balanced. Unnamed axe sword. You know what? That's fair. I was kind of curious too.
まず呼び出される英霊は7人だけ。その7人も聖杯があらかじめ作っておいたクラスになることで召喚が可能となる。英霊そのものを引っ張ってくるより、その英霊に近い役割を作っておいて、そこに本体を呼び出すっていうやり方ね。口寄せとか降霊術は呼び出した霊を術者の中に入れて何らかの助言をさせるでしょ。それと同じ。時代の違う霊を呼び出すにはあらかじめ箱を用意しておいた方がいいのよ。
Oh, so that's why Saber's called Saber.
そういうこと。英霊たちは正体を隠すものだって言ったでしょ。だから本名は絶対口にしない。自然、彼らを表す名称は呼び出されたクラス名になる。で、ランサー、アーチャー、ライダー。
Honestly, I'm just gonna skip over this
Caster.
because we already did this in the
アサシ
prologue.
ン、バーサーカーの7つ。
You say a total of 7. I happen to know that it's a lot more, because there's pretenders and rulers and avengers and alter egos.
聖杯戦争のたびに1つや2つはクラスの変更はあるみたいだけど、今回は基本的なラインナップね。通説によると最も優れたサーバントはセイバーだとか。これらのクラスはそれぞれ特徴があるんだけど、サーバント自体の能力は呼び出された英霊の格によって変わるから注意して。
Heroic spirits rank, you mean how strong they were in life?
それもあるけど、彼らの能力を支えるのは知名度よ。
That's an app I have. I use it for drawing.
生前何をしたか、どんな武器を持っていたかってのは不変のものだけど、彼らの基本能力はその時代でどのくらい有名なのかで変わってくるわ。英霊は神様みたいなものだから、人間に崇められるほど強さが増すの。
So, alright then.
存在が濃くなるとでも言うのかしらね。信仰を失った神霊が精霊に落ちるのと一緒で、人々に忘れ去られた英雄にはそう大きな力はない。もっとも忘れられていようが知られていなかろうが、元が強力な英雄だったらある程度の能力は維持できると思うけど。
I wasn't expecting her to start lecturing. Then if the hero is well known and the legend was extraordinary.
間違いなく A ランクのサーバントでしょうね。
See? Nothing. Magic resistance, riding, intuition, mana burst, barrier of the Wind King. Yeah, I'm sure that's not a spoiler at all. B, C, C, B, B, C. Anyway.
そういった意味でもバーサーカーは最強かもしれない。何しろギリシャ神話における最も有名な英雄だもの。神代の英雄たちはそれだけで特殊な宝具を持っているっていうのに、英雄自体が強いんじゃ手の打ちようがない。
So I'm just gonna say this because I've played Fate Grand Order and I'm currently playing Fate Grand Order. I have 2 heroic spirits from the Age of the Gods that are my mainstays, Rider and Caster in this game specifically. By God, are they overpowered? I'm not giving away their identities. That would ruin the surprise. Bellerophon and Berserker. So, what the fuck's a Noble Phantasm?
そのサーバントが生前使っていたシンボル、英雄と魔剣聖剣の類はセットでしょ。要するに彼らの武装のことよ。
The weapon like Saber's invisible sword?
まあね、あれがどんな曰くを持っているか知らないけど、セイバーのあれは間違いなく宝具でしょ。
I know.
言うまでもないと思うけど、英雄ってのは人名だけじゃ伝説には残れない。彼らにはそれぞれトレードマークとなった武器がある。
Like, say... Gay Bulge. Nah, it's Guy Bulge.
それが奇跡を願う人々の思いの結晶。ノーブルファンタズムとされる最上級の武装なわけ。
So it's a powerful magical item.
そうそう。ぶっちゃけた話、英霊だけでは強力な魔術、神秘には太刀打ちできないわ。
Entirely honest, I thought this game was a lot more fast-paced, but then again, I've been braised on first-person shooters for the past, I don't know, a decade and a half, so I can't experience this slow pace, hence why I think the first part of Half-Life and 2 might be my least favorite bits of the
けれ
game.
ど、そこにホーグが絡んでくると話は別よ。
Like, it's the
ホ
bit...
ーグを操る英霊は数段格上の精霊さえ打ち滅ぼす。
Like I was saying, those are the bits of the game where it's the story done. Oh, also Black Mesa East. That sucks.
何しろ伝説上に現れる聖剣魔剣はほとんど魔法の域に近いんだもの。最強の幻想種である竜を殺す剣だの、万里をかける靴だの、果ては神殺しの魔剣まで。ともかくこれで無敵じゃないはずがないっていうぐらい英霊たちが持つ武装は桁が違う。
She's just lecturing.
サーバントの戦いはこの宝具のぶつかり合いにあると言っても過言じゃないわ。
So what you're saying is that these servants who are heroic spirits will most definitely have at least one noble.
ええ、原則として一人の英霊が持てるのは一つの宝具だけとされるわ。大抵は剣とか槍ね。ほら中国に破山剣ってあるじゃない。一振りしかできないけどその一振りで山をもたつっていう魔術品。
Wild thing is,
それと似たようなものだと思う。
shut up. Wild thing is, I have not heard that legend, and I don't know, to be fair, the only Chinese legend I've heard was Journey to the West, and I don't think Sun Wukong shows up here. He does show up in Ruby, though.
もっとも
To be fair, so does
宝具
Jean
はその
d'Arc.
神明を呪文にして発動する奇跡だからそうおいそれと使えるものじゃないんだけど。
It activates when the weapon's name is spoken, right? Why would that make it so hard to use?
あのね、武器の名前を言えばそ
That's
の
the
サーバントがどこの英雄か分かっちゃうじゃない。
I'm just imagining the thought process in her head. It's just going, you fucking idiot, how do you not realize this?
英雄と魔剣はセットなんだから武器の名前が分かれば持ち主の名前もおのずと知れてしまう。そうなったら長所も短所も丸分かりでしょ。
I see. Now I think about it, when Lance used Double Phantasm, Saber immediately figured out his identity, something about Ireland's tired of it. Okay, so servants are separated by class, each of them are spirits suited to that class. They're all concealing their identities, and the weapons they wield are the most powerful ways as they've got up their sleeve, but they can't use it freely or else they would wind up revealing their identity.
以上でサーバントについての講義は終わり。詳しいことはその方を見ればわかるから一息ついたら目を通しなさい。慣れてくればその本がなくても直感でサーバントを判断できるようになるから。
With that, Tasaka stands up.
さてそれじゃあ私は戻るけど。
Yeah, thanks. I'm still sitting on the floor, so I look up Tasaka as she gets ready to leave.
協力関係になったからって間違わないでね。私とあなたはいずれ戦う関係にある。最後の日になって他のマスターたちが倒れているにしろ全員健在であるにしろ だから、私を人間と見ない方が楽よ、エミ。
That's a bit terrible. Okay, so I'm looking ahead, and there's... Wait. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm looking through this, and I'm trying not to spoil anything, but I really don't think there's any point of me hitting, no, we're not allying ourselves. So, after making very clear where we stand, Tasaka leaves for her home. I can already feel myself getting less and less stressed once Tasaka leaves. My feverish body is suddenly overcome with exhaustion, and I collapse to the floor. I lie on my side, trying to ignore the nausea creeping back over me. The ticking of the clock echoes throughout the quiet living room. I'm huddled between masters. I still don't understand what the heck that is. All I know is that I don't know much. It may have felt more real to me if I was even a little more interested in the Holy Grail. I don't know what that is, but the only thing I can feel for the Holy Grail is disgust. A grail that supposedly grants wishes. I don't know what it exactly is, but it's an artifact powerful enough to summon seraphims. It may not grant every wish, but it's more than valuable enough for a mage. And yet, I have no interest. Just do not care. Absolutely do not care. I might be skeptical because it doesn't feel real to me, but I also feel it's not fair to take a shortcut like that. Plus, it doesn't sit well with me knowing the selection process is just battle. Yet this is a game of musical chairs. No matter how I feel about it, I need to overcome my competition to survive now that I'm involved. One of the methods to get rid of competition could be to involve and harm other innocent people. That's why. My reason to fight in the Holy Grail War is not to survive and win. It's to do everything I can to stop those who will try to win by any means necessary. I feel dizzy again. That's not surprising. No matter how much my body appears healed, it is nearly split in half just a few hours ago. This feeling isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I felt this way for the rest of my life. I was very nearly killed 3 times in one day. There's no denying that someone with no power will wind up hurt if they participate in battle. My own ineptitude nearly cost me my own body. Then that girl got hurt trying to protect me. I try to sit back up. Right, her. I can't believe myself. I completely forgot about her because Tasaka had set up herself in my living room. Maybe it's more than I was avoiding thinking about her. I'm such a coward. I was avoiding thinking about the girl who was bleeding miserably even though I was the reason she got hurt in the first place. I can't believe Tasaka left out the most crucial point. I shoved myself back up to my feet. Tasaka never said anything about Saber. The only thing she said was that she had Saber brought me home, but she didn't elaborate the very first thing I should have asked her was whether the girl was safe since Berserker wound. I suppressed my nausea as I make my way through the mansion. Saber's nowhere to be found. I even checked the detached guest rooms, but I can't find her. That's weird. The armor isn't exactly camouflage. Even so, fully armed and armored Saber still eludes me. Supposedly, servants can turn to spirit form, so unfortunately, she can't hit me. First of all, even though I'm called Master, I don't know anything about her. I don't even know what Saber is, or how servants are able to exist. It's like a new soldier suddenly gets awarded with a tank. When you see it, that's fair. How do you drive it? What's fortunate is that this tank has an autopilot. Even if the soldier is incompetent, the tank will run on its own. I bang my head against the pillar, frustrated by my own thoughts. That's a great idea to do while nauseated. What's with these negative thoughts? You're whining. I apologize to the blonde girl internally. Right now, I need to find her and see if she's okay. She's not here either. I've looked around the entire house. It's the size of a traditional Japanese inn, but I played hide and seek with Fujini when I was a kid, so I know the most efficient way to search it. She must be in the dojo or the shed if she isn't in the house itself. Yeah, the shed, or she's told me she's going to protect me, so she's not likely to leave the house. Or maybe she's... I suddenly remember another place. If she's not in the house, the yard, or the shed where we first met, there's another big building in the compound. That's where I head over as quick as I can. Our destination is the Kendo Dojo in a detached building. I'm getting a little nervous if she's not there. I'll have to accept that she's just disappeared. I realize something. I have no clue who she is, but I still want her to be here. I enter an enclosed room completely absent any ornamentation. It's not a room to live in. Hey, look, it's the Tiger Dojo, and it's a dojo designed only for training. Within the tranquil within the tranquil room. There we go. Finally did it. Wrong button. Oh. She sits as if she's always belonged there. This place is hushed, serene. The sunlight coming in is white and untainted, allowing the girl to be one with the dojo. It's the same girl who wielded her sword. Wielded. There we go. Her sword without hesitation. Sorry, it's still early for me. I woke up an hour ago, protecting me from Lancer last night under the moonlight. The golden mane of hers. Tigers, which had soaked in the blue-white moonlight and now glitters in the morning. Not tigers. Lions. Tigers and bears. Then I remember this is exactly how I felt when I first saw her. She was clad in armor, wielding her sword, silently overwhelming the enemy. The extraordinary sight of her isn't what surprised me. In fact, it didn't matter how she looked, even if she'd been covered in mud. I don't think my reaction would have been different. The girl who had so moved me is still right here in front of me. I just admire her, forgetting her even to breathe. To hell with being a master in the Holy Grail War. In this moment, I've completely accepted the girl. Like, this is a part of my life now. Fuck you. It's not going. Oh no, how much time elapsed. Saber opens her eyes as if waking from a slumber. Oh. I sound disappointed. My voice echoes through the dojo in silence. Saber notices and stands up without making a sound. She walks toward me before I could think of what to say.
目が覚めたのですね、シロ。
Her voice is serene. Something rich and calm about her voice hangs in the air. Yeah, I just woke up. I managed to answer at least.
シロ、顔色が優れないようですが、やはり体調は悪いのですか？
The concern. No, I'm fine. I feel real good. There you go from there. I avert my eyes and try to get my heartbeat under control before my chest bursts. Oh, yourself, why are you getting worked up like this? I take a deep breath, but I don't think this feeling is going to go away anytime soon. Saber's appearance is drastically different from yesterday. Her outfit now is so ordinary in stark contrast to her armor. Her appearance takes me surprised. She seems more real, which confuses the hell out of me. She stopped there. I mean, I saw that, yeah.
Shiro.
As soon as we make eye contact, I can feel my nervousness grow. Then again, I wasn't looking everywhere for her just to stay silent. It's uncomfortable, but I can't let it be awkward forever. It's Saber, right? This is the first time we sat down to talk. I bite the bullet, but then...
Shiro, 話の前に、昨夜の件について言っておきたいことがあります。
She interrupts me, obviously displeased, making her earlier calm hard to fathom. Sure, what is it?
ですから昨夜の件です。シロは私のマスターでしょう。そのあなたがあのような行動をしては困る。戦闘は私の領分なのですから、シロは自分の役割に徹してください。自分から無駄死にをされては、私でも守りようがない。
But you were going... Saber doesn't mince words. Her clipped tone is enough to make me forget my anxiety. But if I hadn't intervened, you would have cut in half.
その時は私が死ぬだけでしょう。シロが傷つくことではなかった。繰り返しますが、今後あのような行動はしないように。マスターであるあなたが私をかばう必要はありませんし、そんな理由もないでしょう。
The girl speaks frankly. She's very clerical. Don't be stupid. I don't need a reason. The world's pop out before I can think about it. Saber's different as if surprised to see me upset at her. Yeah, you're upset. I find myself taking a step back. It reminds me, I've never watched Ben 10, but it reminds me of that scene from one of the Ben 10 cartoons where Kevin's just like, look, Gwen, you gotta treat a woman like you treat a car. Uh-huh. Go on. No. I sense I've made a mistake of some kind. Now I just feel embarrassed, like I've said something incredibly tone-deaf. Yes, you have, Shirou. Yes, you have. Anyway, thanks for taking me. I appreciate it.
それはどうも。サーバントがマスターを守護するのは当たり前ですが、感謝をされるのは嬉しい。シロは礼儀正しいのですね。
I don't think I'm particularly polite, actually. There's something more pressing that I need to bring up. Something I should have asked as soon as I got home yesterday. Is she willing to be my servant? Is she really alright with fighting with me in this war? Let's get back on topic, Saber. I can't call you Saber, right?
はい。サーバントとして契約を交わした以上、私はシロの剣です。その命に従い、敵を撃ち、あなたを守る。
Saber does not hesitate the slightest to give her answer. Her tone leaves no room for doubt. You are my sword hunt to win the Holy Grail thing.
シロはそのために私を呼び出したのではないのですか？
No, I wound up summoning you because... I couldn't tell I was just a big weird. Actually, I didn't even summon her. Saber just appeared when I was in trouble and saved me. And here we are. I became Saber's master and I got roped into this battle to death, this Holy Grail war. I didn't choose any of this. I'm still just an apprentice mage who just caught up in a battle way beyond my abilities. Wait, so what about it? I'm already resolved to fight no matter what. There's no point in me crying over my situation. I shake my head trying to stop myself from whining. No more of that. I've already said I'd fight. I can't just drop everything and run. Last time I whine aloud or think negatively, no matter how I get involved, I decide to fight.
Shiro.
It's nothing, but I need to warn you, your chances of winning are pretty slim with me. I don't have any knowledge of power like Saki. We could very well end up in another situation like last night. Are you still okay with that?
それは戦う意志がないということですか?
I have the will to fight. I'm not only asking you still want to team up with me, knowing how slim the odds are. How I got this conclusion is it doesn't matter. All that matters is I've decided to fight this battle. That's why I don't think it's right for someone to get hurt on my behalf, even though I'm getting super friends having her get hurt like that. That image is going to continue coming up, isn't it? I can't stand happening.
私のマスターはあなたです、シロ。これはどうあっても変わらない。サーバントにマスターを選ぶ自由はないのですから。
She's right. That's the whole reason Saber is my servant. If it's true, I need to respect Saber's needs and actions best I can. Got it. Then you're okay with me being master.
ですがシロ、私のマスターに敗北は許さない。あなたに勝算がなければ私が作る。可能であるすべての手段を用いて、あなたには聖杯を手に入れてもらいます。
To obtain the Holy Grail, Saka's said servants also have a wish they want granted. Saber's no exception. That's why she hasn't hesitated up to this point. But it's also why... Hold on, Saber. You said any means possible, right? Does that mean you'll stop at nothing to win? Like you might even attack people to gain power? I can't finish my sentence. Saber's looking at me as if you're looking at me.
シロ、それは可能である手段ではありません。
You see, you do have some morals, unlike certain people I could name, whose name starts with R and C.
私が許す行為しかできない。自分を裏切ることは私には不可能です。剣を持たぬ人間に傷を負わせることなど、騎士の視界に反します。ですが、マスターが命じるのであれば従うしかありません。その場合、私に踏み入る代償として、その刻印を一ついただくことになりますが。
I get overwhelmed by the edge of her foot. At the same time, I feel relief flooding through me. It Saber seemed like a robot because of her extraordinary power and lack of hesitation, but now she's not some cold-blooded. Yeah, I wouldn't make you do anything like that. Just to say we have to do our best with what we can do. I'm really sorry, but I must have been insulting.
いえ、私もマスターの意図がつかめずに早合点してしまいました。シロは悪くないのですから、頭を上げてくれませんか?
I bowed without realizing it. I raised my head. I don't know what's so funny, but Saber has a small smile on her face. I'm glad she seems happy, so don't press her. Forget being stuck. In addition to doing everything, I've decided to team up with Saki for the time being. Remember her, the girl who was with us last night? Archer's master.
リンですか? そうですね。確かにそれは賢明な判断です。シロがマスターとして成熟するまで、彼女には教わるものがあるでしょう。
That's a relief. As long as Saber agrees, I can work together with Saki without hesitation. The only other thing I needed to ask her right now is... That's probably a bad idea. I'm kind of just winging it, but I am willing to say that I'm thinking... Okay, so... What hero Saber, where did you get those clothes? Go to the same place, but one of these gets me a free personality point, meaning she'll like me better with Saber, and that one just straight up does not do any. Actually, no, that one just straight up leads to that, and this, but, so essentially this one is this, but without the points. I might as well just go for that. I should have asked about the clothes she's wearing, when this is the most normal option. So Saber, I wanted to ask you something.
はい、何か?
Where did you get those clothes? You look completely different than yesterday, so you kind of cut me off. Actually, I'm still purple.
リンが用意してくれたものです。私は霊体に戻ることができませんから、せめて人目につかないようにと。
I see, I had no idea.
それが何か?
What about them? Nothing. Don't worry about it. I want to try to look good on her, but I may have to stop myself. If I said something like that, I'd probably go beat
Shirou.
Yesterday's armor. Yeah, I was just wondering what happened to your armor.
それでしたら心配はいりません。武装の有無は自由なので、この服でいるときは外しているのです。あの鎧は私の魔力で編まれたもの。
Okay, that's good.
必要に応じて呼び出せます。
Yeah, this video ends at the end of the day. I can only respond with amazement. Anyway, there's no doubt she draw a lot of attention going around in that armor. Though with Saber wearing something like that, I could probably make up some story to the neighbors that she's a distant relative of my old man or something. Well, actually, I'd have to do that anyway. But then I hear something heavy hit the floor by the door. What's that? I turn to face the sound. At the door is a Rin. There's Tasaka, a duffel bag at her feet. What the? My mind comes to a screeching halt. I thought Tasaka had gone home, but here she is at the dojo in her ordinary clothes and why she carries. What are you doing here, Tasaka?
何って家に戻って荷物取ってきたんじゃない。今日からこの家に住むんだから当然でしょ。
I don't remember agreeing to that. You're living here in my house?
協力するってそういうことじゃない。あなたね、さっきの話って一体何だったと思ったわけ？
I can't even speak. I need something, but I need to say something else. It's gonna turn into a huge mess, but my brain refuses to work.
私の部屋どこ？用意してないなら自分で選ぶけど。
She just pushes right by me, brushing invading my house. I don't know all about that. What must be wrong? Let me just talk to a bunch. This live school title having her in my house at all is already a big deal, but I don't know how people would react if she started saying, here or living with me in future, would absolutely kill me. Well, maybe this is the flaw in time the Sox part to get rid of a master. Well, at least you're paranoid.
ついでに彼女の部屋も用意したら。私のアーチャーと違ってシローのサーバントはかさばるんだから、ちゃんと寝る場所を与えておかないと。まあ布団一組あればノープロブレムって言うんなら別にいいけど。
But is she implying Saber I sleep in the same Saber and I sleep in the same bed or something? Like how that's gonna happen? You think you could just say whatever because I'm being quiet, but that doesn't happen.
論点が違うけど、まあいっか。ですってセイバー。シローは女の子と同じ部屋は嫌だってさ。
Saber's staring at me. She looks really stern.
困りますシロー。サーバントはマスターを守護するもの。睡眠時は最も警護すべき対象なのですから、同じ部屋でなければ守れない。
She learned how to be stern dealing with her subordinates. That's even worse. What the hell do you think she was saying about? This man is just absolutely wrecking any credibility this guy he has. Why? Why are the two of them just silently staring at? I don't know, man. Maybe it was something you said.
サーバントはサーバント。人間扱いする必要はないけどね。シローにそんなこと言っても無駄か。
God damn it.
サーバントはサーバント。人間扱いする必要はないけどね。
Shut up. I'm about to
シローに
protest,
そんな
but
こ
I
と言っ
shut
て
my
も
mouth.
無駄
The
か。
discomfort I felt when I was talking to Sokka in the living room earlier comes rushing back. Actually, I just figured out the case of my... Hold on. When did you start calling me by my first name?
あれそうだった？意識してなかったから割と前からそうなってたんじゃない？
It did happen quickly, at least that's how I felt.
そう。嫌なら気をつけるけど、シローは嫌なの？
God damn it, again.
あれそうだった？意識してなかったから、そう。嫌なら気をつけるけど、シローは嫌なの？
Tasaka's so casual about this, not really caring how I feel. You're right, he says. It's not that Rin Tasaka. Tasaka might be a cruel enchantress. She is one. Fine, do whatever you want. You can call me whatever you want.
そうならそういうことで。リン、話を切らないでほしい。私とシローの部屋についてまだ結論が出ていない。ああ、そうだったそうだった。けどシローがこの様子だと相部屋は難しいわね。 サーバントを人間扱いしてもいいことなんてないけど、シローが嫌だって言うんだから諦めたら。
それは違う。シローは困ると言っただけで嫌だとは言っていない。
だってさ、そのあたりどうなの、シロー。
Great. These two are teaming up on me. Hold on a minute. I don't understand how on a single day she could just casually start calling me Shirou like a cat. She's just picked up and named. No, that's just literally any person that runs into a cat. This is mine now. Well, that's not really the issue here.
シロー、もう一度聞きます。睡眠中の警護はサーバントの役割です。マスターとして自分の立場は分かっていると思いますが。
My decision won't change no matter what she says. No, fair difference. Say, but make sure everyone's close. So I completely forgot that was the line I was supposed to use. That should be a good compromise. Intimidation will work. Man, I'm not.
ですから私はサーバントとしてマスターを守護しようと。
Great. No, I'll talk about you. Oh, Shirou. I'm proud to say that playing FGO, I've never used a command spell. I try to scare her off the subject.
そのようなことでレイジを使われては困る。3つしかない命令権を自分を守るななどということに使われては先が見えない。
Yeah, Rin has much experience with wasteful command spells.
そうね。間違いなくそんなマスターはシローが最初で最後でしょ。
Don't be stupid. I don't want to use my command spells for something like this either.
わかりました。マスターの方針に従います。ですが、敵に襲われた時はどうするのです。アサシンなどは気配なく標的に忍び寄ってくる。そういった時、私が駆けつけるまでにシローは自分を守れるのですか。
Well, I can't tell that. I can tell her that I can take care of myself. Yeah, I might survive against Lance, but I won't have that kind of luck twice. To be fair, Lance's luck is terrible.
この屋敷には外敵が侵入すると警報が鳴る結界が貼ってある。襲撃は避けられないけど、奇襲ならすぐに察知できるわ。それなら、
それは確かにそうですが、しかし。
なんならシロの部屋の隣でいいじゃない。一緒の部屋でなければいいんでしょ、エミヤくんは。
Saka purposely calls me Emiya. Saka, that's a bit of a misconception.
あなたのために言ってるんだから正論よ。さーて、それじゃあ私の部屋はどこにしよっかな。
Saka takes her luggage and heads towards the mansion, putting an end to the conversation. She seems to have like a student picking her room at a school trip. How terrifying the way Saka carries herself self-assuredly memorizes the two of us, and we both watch her go and study this. We all leave the dojo and head back to the house. For the time being, I need to give them all a tour so Sable can select a room. This is the Japanese-style room. If you head towards the back, you'll find the living room, bathroom, and other communal spaces. You'll go to the guest house. You'll get to the guest house if you walk along the veranda corridor towards the detached side of the house. Seems like Saka wants to go that way. As we walk, I explain where everything is. I'm not sure if she's even listening since Saber's just following me without reacting to a single thing I say.
屋敷の見取りはいいです。それよりシローの部屋はどこなのですか。
My room is this way. It's pretty far into the
では、そちらに案内してください。内密に話があります。
Private? That means it's something she doesn't want Saka to hear. I don't think Saka would hear us since she's in the detached area of the house, but I can't forget that she's so masked. She could just easily just as easily listening. Besides, the veranda's hardly a place to talk in private. Yeah, this is my room.
これがシローの部屋ですか?
Huh? The moment we step into her room, Saber's eyes widen in surprise. Sure, I don't think there's anything around here that should surprise you like it.
びっくりさせるようなものがないというより、何もないではないですか。本当にここがあなたの部屋なのですか、シロー?
It's also a bit of a surprise for me considering my room is so full of shit that I have about a G's worth of space room. I might lie to you about that. I only come here to sleep, so it makes sense that nothing's here.
そうですか。意外でした。シローはもっと雑多な人となりだと思っていましたから。
Saber steps into the Japanese stairwell, running her handle on the wall instead of sliding paper door feeling its texture. Her touch is gentle, as if contact with these things will let her learn their history, see their memories.
よかった。寂しい部屋ですが、無下に扱われているわけではない。殺風景ですが、ここはここで暖かい場所なのですね。
Well, I guess that's true, but maybe it's how this mansion's been structured. But this room was cool during the summer, warm in winter. My old man was also impressed and said I chose.
ええ。部屋は持ち主の心象ですから。シローの心の在り方に不安を覚えましたが、これなら今までの印象とそう変わりはしないでしょう。
Saber sounds relieved, but I don't really understand what she's trying to say. So what did you want to talk to me privately about?
2つあります。そのどちらもシローと私だけの隠し事にしたいのですが、いいですね。
Well, if you say so, I don't mind. But at least tell me what they are, or else I won't know whether it's good or bad.
どちらも悪い話です。少なくとも
I would like to point
他
out
のマスターには知られたくはない。
the romanization of her true name, which is dumb and I don't think is great, and most of the Fate fandom agrees with me. But there is a mod that I can download off Steam Workshop to fix it, but I just haven't yet. From Saber's expression, I'm guessing this is something to do with our shortcomings. Okay, I think I got the gist of what's on your mind. Go ahead and tell me what it is.
はい。まず一つ目。召喚されたサーバントの最初の義務なのですが、これを果たせないことを許してほしい。
A servant's first obligation.
自身が何者であるかをマスターに告げるというものです。リンから聞いてはいませんか?
Oh, you mean your real name? Servants are heroic spirits. They are heroes who have made a name for themselves throughout history and around the world. They conceal their identities as well as their skills by using class names. A servant's true name isn't something to reveal lightly, but their masters should know. Without knowing their identity, masters won't know a servant's strengths and abilities. Master and servant are one. A pair simply can't battle effectively if one has something to hide. At least that would be the case if we're talking about a normal master. Knowing Saber's true name won't change the fact that I still can't use her with her full potential. I wasn't all that interested in the first place. Okay, that's fine. But why?
私なりに考えた結果です。いかにシローが私の神名を隠そうとしても、シローから知識を奪う術は多くあるでしょう。シローの魔術抵抗はそう高くありませんから、敵が優れた術者ならば精神介入もたやすい。敵の魔術にかかれば、あなたの意志に反して私の神名が明かされてしまう。
I get it, yeah, I'll give it up the moment a spell is cast. Let's keep it as...
そう言ってもらえると助かります。もっとも、私自身はそう高名なものではありません。バーサーカーに比べれば、数段ランクは落ちるでしょうし、知られたところでどうということはないでしょうが。
This is especially funny considering who she is and she's become the face of the franchise. Saber's tone is regretful. I hadn't quite expected that. She also is a father. Okay, so I should explain that because this does include the identity. This person is... Saber is a father. And if you're wondering to know how that works, it involves her court mage, a betrayal. A court mage and a betrayal. That doesn't matter. An ace up your sleeve's only value isn't that it's concealed. I can tell you tried to be creative since you ended up with such a terrible master. Besides, don't you think Berserker's kind of unfair anyway? There's no reason for you to get depressed about it. And from my point of view, you weren't completely inferior to the thing. You were injured pretty bad, but you were holding your own.
そうですね。 昨夜不覚を取りましたが、傷が癒えれば違った結果になるでしょう。
Okay, that's the first topic. What's the other thing you wanted to talk about?
ええ、それなのですが、おそらくこれ、私たちサーバントはマスターからの魔力提供によって体を維持する。
Ah.
だからこそサーバントはマスターを必要とするのですが、
Because I'm a crap master, I don't have enough magical energy to maintain your body.
違います。たとえ少量でもマスターから魔力が流れてくるのなら問題はないのです。ですが、シローからは全く魔力の提供がありません。本来つながっているはずの霊脈が断線しているのです。
That means that while I'm supposed to be providing Saber with fuel for her engine, so to speak, I'm not. That
シロー
means
自身の欠点ではありません。おそらく召喚時に問題が起きたのでしょう。何らかの不手際があって、本来つながるはずのラインがつながらなかったようです。
an error during your summoning. When Saber was called here, it wasn't any sort of summoning, it was just an accident. It's no wonder Saber's having these issues since she was summoned that way. Wait, what's gonna happen? If you can't replenish magical energy, does mean you're going to disappear soon.
私が持つ魔力を使い切れば、この世界にとどまることはできなくなるでしょう。召喚されてからすでに3回の戦闘を行いました。私の治癒能力も蘇生魔術ですから、傷を負えば魔力の消費も早くなる。そうですね。昨夜までで成熟した魔術師10人分の魔力は消費したでしょう。
So yeah, about that. So that actually brings me back to a point I made a few episodes ago where this game was originally released as an eroge. That means mana transfer was originally a physical act. Now it's not that because it, well, A, censoring, B, they really didn't want to do it in the first place, and C, this thing got released on the Switch. It wouldn't have been kept anyway. I know she just every time Saber fight, she loses magical energy. There's no way for her to replace that. She's used that much magical energy already. How much longer can Saber stay here?
分かってもらえましたか、マスター。そのため、私は少しでも魔力の消費を抑えなければならない。供給がないのなら、あとは睡眠することで魔力の消費を抑えるしかありません。
Sleep. Does sleeping restore magical energy?
わかりません。ですが最低でも眠っている間は魔力を使わない。ですからこれからできる限りの睡眠を許してほしいのです。常にシロを守ることはできなくなりますが、それも勝利のためと受け入れてほしい。
Ah, nice try. Thank goodness I'll give her whatever she asks. If that's all there is to it. Of course that's okay. Rest all you want if things get rough for you. I'd rather you do that if it'll allow you to stay with me longer.
では今後は頻繁に眠りに入りますが、その間は決して屋敷から離れないように。遠く離れた場所でシロが襲われた場合、私はすぐに駆けつけられない。空間を跳躍するなら話は別ですが、そんな能力を持つサーバントは稀です。もし離れた場所で私を呼ぶのなら、レイジのバックアップが必要になります。ですからできるだけ私から離れないようにしてほしい。
As much as I would have liked to, I can't readily agree. I can't imagine life with Saber sticking by my side all the time, and I do have my own life to live too. I'll try, but this is all you need me to do. If you're asleep, you'll...
問題はないでしょう。このようなことはなかったので断言はできませんが、前回も総戦闘数は7回に満たなかった。私が倒さずともサーバントはサーバントによって減っていくのですから。
I see, so it doesn't mean everyone has to battle everyone. So also we can end this war pretty easily. The only people I need to fight are those who start doing things no person should. I can't imagine all 7 would be like that. You're right. One of them's doing it out of pure necessity, and also their master's a bit crap. One of them's currently, 2 of them are actually kind of holed up in locations and are unable to do anything. And Arch is Arch. Even Tasaka seems eager to fight, would still abide by the rules of mages. As long as the other 5 maidens masters act humanely, I have no intention of fighting them. Saber even said that she didn't fight 7 times last time. Yeah, that's a Fate Zero things this time. Hold on a minute. Last time you were the 7th time. Hold on, Saber. Are you telling me that you were the Saber last time, Jen? So you participated in the last Holy Grail War?
私がこの聖杯の争いに参加するのは2度目です。
Fate Zero.
その時も私はセーバーでした。中には複数のクラス属性を持つ英霊もいるようですが、私はセイバーにしか該当しません。
That's so funny, considering. No, she's right for now. But come Fate Grand Order, no, she's been multi-classed into literally all of them, except Pretender and Alter Ego and Avenger, I think. Yes, even Rider and Acha. I'm not sure how, but even Rider and Acha. I remember something Chisaki said. She said that out of the seven class Saber is the best one. This girl says that she's been summoned as that class twice in a row. Does that mean last time you stayed until the end?
無論です。前回は今のような制約はありませんでしたから、他のサーバントに遅れを取ることもなかった。
Well, that's because last time you were properly summoned. Saber says this should have been obvious. Her statement forced me to realize that the sword in my possession now is something that's not something worthy of. I don't deserve. And you must have been really unsatisfied with someone like me.
私は与えられた役割をこなすだけです。聖杯さえ手に入るのであれば、マスターに不満はありません。
On the contrary, I think you might be the better of the two types so far. God, that's really bot. She used to be fully prepared and capable of hands, but she's been injured twice already, all because she can't replenish her magical energy. That means she'll constantly have to consider how much magical energy she has left as she fights, because she needs to fight with all these restrictions in her last battle. That's the 4th time that image has come. She wound up covered in her own blood. The image still haunts my mind. Yeah, I can see it. I still see that girl smaller and slasher than me, being so brutally injured.
シロ、その後悔は余分なことです。
Saber's voice snaps back to reality.
私も負け知らずだったわけではありません。私は勝ちきれなかったからこそ、こうしてあなたのサーバントになっている。傷を負うことには慣れていますから、あなたが悔やむことなどない。
That doesn't mean I can't worry. Used to it, even if your injuries look like they could be fatal.
ええ、剣を取るということは傷つくということです。それはあなたも同じでしょう。私だけが傷つかないという道理はないと思いますが。
Yeah, but so you're saying you don't mind getting hurt?
それが死に至る傷でなければ、死んでしまってはマスターを守れなくなりますから。
So you don't care if you get injured as long as you protect your master.
それがサーバントの役割ですから。確かに、リンの言葉は正論ですね。サーバントを人間として扱う必要などない。私たちはマスターを守るための道具です。あなたもそれを正しく把握するべきだ。
Having said her piece, Saber walks toward the side door. There's a room opposite of her screen door. My room has always been big enough for me, so I never used the adjacent room.
睡眠をとります。夕食時には起きますので、外出するのなら声をかけてください。
The sliding door opens quietly, then slides back.
私たちはマスターを守るための道具です。あなたもそれを正しく把握するべきだ。
How kind of logic is that? Pisses me off, but I can't say that out loud, so I just take Saber's word and stand alone, perplexed. How far are we from the end of the day? Day 4. I don't know how far we are from the end of it, but I sit at the edge of the veranda and mindlessly look up at the blue sky. I may not be sleeping during the day like Saber, but I still need rest. I'm not nauseous anymore, but I still feel terrible. On top of that, all the unexpected things that have happened are weighing heavily on me. I take a deep breath. Okay. Alright. Sorry. I am going to end this one here because, there, I'm going to end this one here. Partly because I have to go do something quite quickly, and it'll just be rude. And also because there's really not a whole lot important stuff beyond this. So I will see you all Monday. I'll see you all Monday. Thank you all. I will see you next time. Goodbye.